they're poised in that second half.
Our terrific officiating crew
Because of his style of play. Just didn't move the basketball very well. Be better than it was a season.
Pascal probing. Allen.
To be aggressive from side to side. It created
Game one on the strength of their three-point shooting clip. Allen.
a deep dive there by Allen.
Allen to help.
Allowing the Pacers to dictate.
That look just never changes. Opposite the other day, here's Smith
Here. Did a phenomenal job, but detriment if it doesn't change.
last year in games that they were without. Have they handled things tonight? It's a Nembhard catch and shoot.
Cleveland's come out defensively in game one. In game one.
Max Strus last. Nembhard, that's a deep.
With quickness.
Donovan Mitchell, table, this is Turner. That length. Mitchell, here comes Strus.
Playoff runs he had with the Jazz. Mitchell felt
Wasted no time, but Kenny Atkinson, now the injuries.
The substitutions in.
All the drought for the Pacers. Turner, Indiana. Greg has
They haven't gotten their running.
Cavaliers 4 of their first 13. Mathurin picks up his second and less than 13. Ball movement.
Better defender, especially.
Beautiful pass. This is Okoro underneath it.
Create better spacing, and they've extended. Gonna get the pass. And one thing, if you're the Cavs too,
Here comes Allen.
it's a little more with Mitchell and
Maryland to his back, chisels his way into the
Cavs.
Pacers have as many feet. A dive, the spin, the fake. Plays of the NBA postseason.
With the width of that body, it made it for stretches.
Nembhard. So back-to-back turnovers now on the attack to the
Front of the rim.
And you alluded to
It with the pass, and I think if you're on his talent to do that for this group,
beneath McConnell, setting the table.
creating that opportunity. Neesmith, Nembhard, these are guys.
Mitchell 3 to shoot. Up to the rim.
Rim, it gives you a much better chance.
But again, the only question at this point tonight, down 1-0, well short.
Pacers offense,
Merrill.
and the ability to control the transition.
But that defense from the Cap. Okoro from deep. This is Bryant on the bottom. Merrill.
And give the Cavs
team on how to clean that up.
It's on their lead. Here comes Siakam.
this the entire game one. Won so many possessions.
Season looking
Better shots here in this
Bates pulls up free throw line jumper.
offensive. You heard Rick Carlisle talk about it.
Towards the corner. Corner Mathurin for the little.
To create great looks to this lead.
Allen trying to create.
Just relies on winning one-on-one battle.
10. What a big development.
Better here for the Pacers.
That'll hit
And not just settling.
Denver OKC. Andrew Nembhard fights his way.
Of the Pacers.
This Porter Jr. he will fire. Then Rainburn on his hip. Misses short.
Here. On that end.
Turner turns and the bounce. Strus.
Needed basket here for the Cavs. Alive.
20 points earlier. He's cut it to 10. Strus. Max Strus already is
Already 8 here.
against Nembhard. Boy, that
A little bit more how they attack.
summer of when they first got him, he showed up
With the decision making.
Siakam, Nembhard wide open.
Cavs have fallen asleep and lost cutters.
Allen. This is Merrill. Indiana shooting percentage now is its temps. Mitchell.
Impressive finish by Mitchell. They're still within striking distance.
Years in the history of the franchise. Mitchell elevates. Turner from deep. Big.
Got back to playing Pacers ball.
Halliburton, little body. Stars in the sport. Seconds lead. Bounce. Allen.
Prowess in that first and that second, and the Pacers have to feel.
He did get that wrist x-rayed.
Tapes. I'm sure they worked on it. After Wade from deep. Indiana gets it back after another turnover. Allen.
Who gets to the line?
First cap to start all 82 games this tonight heavily.
Not as confident shooting
That game. He's got 8-10
offensively.
Neesmith the leak out.
Their defense leads to an offense. That's a stat, Spiro, transition opportunity.
Boy. Mitchell.
Masterful performance thus far.
Short-handed as Turner snipes in underneath. Pressure corner, Mitchell. Even despite some struggle
to get into any kind of a
Mitchell. Beautiful.
Being created for him, and he has done that.
Before this thing's
ton of time left in this game.
Neesmith is going to fire. Ty Jerome is 53% from 3 in game 1. Ground in Chicago with that play. Top. Jerome, another floater.
I mean, you can see he's short on just about every critical this quarter.
Boy, Okoro is hurt. Jerome, Strus pulls up. Halliburton on the bench at the points for Mathurin. Strus.
You can be aggressive.
McConnell, Boyle on the bench. Strus finds 8 rebounds and 2 blocks. Well played to spin the face.
Position opportunity.
Mathurin turns the corner. Paint. Donovan Mitchell.
To take advantage.
Mitchell, but it's a scary sight. Worldly.
Knocks down his first 3 of the season.
Mathurin in the last 2 quarters of this game. And Donovan Mitchell.
The start of the third to just.
This is Walker. Team from Merrill. This is Jarius Walker. Wade is chipped in with those 7 rebounds. Aaron Neesmith back on the. That's up Neesmith, corner 3.
Able to overcome Indiana.
His team injury depleted as Matt Jerome probing.
A lot of time in this game to win one-on-one battles.
Max Strus, one of the hot hands. That's a long 2. Trying to get into the tempo faster as Turner. Merrill gets another
move because Cavs right now.
To Allen and Mitchell underneath. 4th quarter. His history before they can knock him, twisting, turning.
To create the leverage on that possession.
22. Halliburton. Halliburton up a collision. Mitchell elevates, extending, and in their favor. There's something about this Pacers board. Mitchell splits 2.
Hurt. DeAndre Hoffs, obviously, he's got 3.
I just thought that the Cavs.
Both teams have been hit with a technical in that category year in the league. The chess
is, you know each other so well. So important to control your emotions.
Rims out. Neesmith. Okoro by the Cavs. Turner up to the deck. It's loose. Bounds Strus. Elevates. Gets it back.
To be there on the attack. Nemhard to get the finish. Jerome would be one of those guys offensive.
Here comes Strus, a little bit of Turner underneath a spin. Here comes Okoro into the paint.
These 4 rhythm 3s.
Neesmith, corner 3, 5th triple of the night.
Having Mitchell to get to the rim.
Mitchell against Neesmith, who's been. This is Nemhard from D.
Group has rallied and
Celtics and Denver trying to
having the guard the post.
And this Strus trying to turn the corner, goes
Gets up a defensive possession
in Indiana. Mitchell up high. Dead ball situation.
A lot of contact.
Halliburton working.
And you could even see Mitchell was too tired to even
shadow double team. Gets it to final 66 seconds. Halliburton
to play it out.
20th and 21st
possessions for this group, but
with anything he's done in his career. Mind what Indiana did as Dalliner extends his defense. On the wings, 25 seconds. Halliburton sizes up Jerome. He's going to let him play. Halliburton is over.
Have learned during halftime, Halliburton did get that wrist x-rayed in the first half.
They got that thing taped. I'm sure they worked on it. After it alive. Wade from deep.
For the Cavs.
Indiana gets it back after another turnover. Mitchell, good close. Nemhard.
Opportunity for Allen, who gets to the line.
First Cav to start all 82 games for this Cavs team that they are leaning on tonight heavily.
Had some struggles here offensively, not as confident.
Shoot 3 points. He hit 5 threes in that game. He's got 8 10.
Him to be aggressive offensively.
To get the defender on his hip pocket. Neesmith the leak out.
For the Pacers, a run out, right? Their defense leads to an offense
Point tonight.
And that's a stat, Spiro. 10 seconds, that to me is in essence a transition opportunity. With consistency.
Mitchell.
Assists. He has had an all-around masterful performance thus far.
He would have to play a monster game tonight. Short-handed is Turner. It's the wing. This is Jerome. Knifes in underneath.
To account for him into a little bit of a zone.
There's Jerome into the corner. Mitchell. Greatest seasons in their franchise history, but even despite some struggle,
they just have not been able to get into any kind of a game one.
For Mitchell, beautiful
on advantages being created for him, and he has done that.
2 days of rest, 2 full days off before this thing's.
There's still a ton of time left in this game, too.
Halliburton bottled up. Neesmith is going to fire for a couple of spectators in a collision. Ty Jerome. Told you at the top, Indiana was 53% from 3 in game 1. Max Strus thought he was back on the playground in Chicago with that play. Top
offensive team.
Kept alive. Jerome, another floater.
Has really been struggling to find it. You can see he's short on just about every next 3 minutes or so is critical. Kickstart the rest of this quarter.
Boy, Okoro is hurt. Ben Shepherd defending Jerome. Strus pulls up. Advantage here with Mitchell on the bench. Halliburton on the bench at the
Allen.
7 points for Mathurin. Strus.
They don't have a lot of rim protection. You can be aggressive.
McConnell. Boy, taking over the reins of the offense here with Mitchell on the bench. Strus. 20 points, 8 rebounds, and 2 blocking into the paint. Well played to spin the fade.
Wide open rhythm triples for transition opportunity. Now from fatigue.
Mathurin turns the corner. So they pull everyone off the paint. Cleveland holding this 14-point lead.
For the Pacers.
String semi. Donovan Mitchell.
Cross match, and Mitchell able to take advantage in this quarter.
Here comes Mitchell, but it's a scary sight. Otherworldly.
Quality minutes. Merrill knocks down his first bit of adversity here in the postseason.
Mathurin, 34, that have come in the last 2 quarters of this game. They're out again here in Cleveland. And Donovan Mitchell.
Minutes a little bit here at the start of the third to just.
McConnell. This is Walker. Mitchell steps back.
On the court.
14 from Merrill. This is Jarris Walker. 20 for Jared Allen. Dean Wade has chipped in with those 7 rebounds. Rick Carlisle makes a couple of changes. Aaron Neesmith back on the session right here. 4 seconds. Halliburton sets up Neesmith, corner 3.
Of your offense tonight, how is he still able to overcome Indiana
Rotations. Kenny Atkinson, his team injury depleted. Is Mobley, no Garland, no Hunter. Jerome probing.
He said all of that. Spiro, still a lot of time in this game. The Pacers aren't built to win one-on-one battles.
Max Strus, one of the hot hands, Stockholm, steps back. That's a long 2. Nembhard trying to get into the, trying to make the tempo faster as Turner. Ball, Merrill gets another.
That is absolutely the right move because Cavs right now.
A tough break for the Pacers. Loose ball right to Allen and Mitchell underneath. Early stages, 4th quarter. Second most in franchise history before they can. Off the Mitchell miss. Here's Siakam twisting, turning.
Allow for Siakam to create the leverage on that possession.
Oro and Allen. Garland's got 22. Halliburton has dipped significantly. Halliburton hurt that wrist in the first half off a collision. Mitchell elevates the 8-minute mark. Turner extending, and they've changed the tempo of this game in their favor. Game. There's something about this Pacers
Tempo here to start this sport.
Mitchell splits two.
But those plays that ultimately hurt DeAndre Harris are available to play in the playoffs. Obviously, he's got 3.
Excessive by any means. I just thought that the Cavs are blood.
Against Indiana. And both teams have been hit with a technical in that category. Getting his due now as the new coach of the year in the league. The chess.
That's the thing about the postseason, because you know each other so more physical, and that's why it's so important to control your emotions.
Steps back, fires, rims out. Neesmith, a miraculous win in overtime. Okoro, a turnover in the quarter by the Cavs. Turner, Rome trying to turn the corner, bump to the deck, it's loose. Inbound, Strus elevates. Offensive rebound, Turner gets it back.
In your mind, you're expecting Allen to be there on the attack. That is a huge play there by Nembhard to get the finish. When you're this short-handed, Ty Jerome would be one of those guys offensively.
Here comes Strus, a little bit of contact, looking for some daylight. Turner underneath a spin. Big night, 23 points. Here comes Okoro into the paint.
Offensively, where you're creating opportunities for rhythm threes for somebody else to beat you.
Neesmith, corner 3.
Down defensively.
Neesmith with his 5th triple of the night.
And if the Pacers don't allow Donovan Mitchell to get to the rim.
Halliburton in Cleveland. Mitchell against Neesmith, who's been scurrying back. Turner into the corner. This is Nembhard from deep.
I feel better about how your group has rallied. And
Doubleheader tomorrow, Knicks and Celtics. And Denver trying to
times he's getting switched on bigs, having to guard the post
of the night. And this Turner, good close by Strus, trying to turn the corner, goes
initial point of attack defense that sets up a defensive possession.
First full season in Indiana. Mitchell up high. And you just see him in those little moments, dead ball situations, just trying to take those deep breaths.
There's going to be a lot of contact.
Halliburton working into the paint.
Barely get it in. You could even see Mitchell was too tired to even run back and help.
Where he's Mitchell, shadow, double team, gets it to Strus from deep. Come off here, final 66 seconds. Halliburton chiseling to
play it out.
They get it into the hands of 20th and 21st free throws of the
possessions for this group, but collectively they've done it.
Put this up with anything he's done in his career. Siakam. Just keep in mind what Indiana did in that clincher against Halliburton against Allen, who extends his defense. Halliburton on the attack. On the wing, Siakam attacks him. 25 seconds, unbelievable. Halliburton sizes up Jerome, and here he comes to the Carlisle's going to let him play. Halliburton steps back, and it is over. The Indiana